So I work in a building with about 350 to 400 pre-K and K children. And I go into all of the classrooms and I teach behavioral lessons to the kids. At the beginning of the year, one of the first things that we do is we pull the parents together and we ask them, what are your hopes and dreams for your children? You know what's funny about that? I hear these hopes and dreams. I want my baby to love school. I want my baby to have friends. I want my child to get along with others. I want him to have a lifelong love for learning. You know what I don't hear? I want my child to meet his benchmark and know this many letters. I don't hear, I want my child to pass the state-mandated test. You see, those aren't hopes and dreams. And I talk about that because if we really think about our job as early childhood educators, it's to create healthy, lifelong citizens. And I tell you that because when we look at this idea of behavior, we have to go back to our goals if we want to know what we're going to be doing and what we should be doing. I talk about this a lot because as an early childhood educator, one of my biggest goals is to make sure that kids are healthy and well-adjusted. So when I go into the classrooms and I look at the best way to start working with kids, one of the first things I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm going back to meeting parents' goals and my own goals. You know why I know this is important? Because I work with kids at all developmental levels. If you look at research on why adults get fired, you're going to hear this. They don't work as part of a team. They don't know how to accept criticism. They don't know how to follow directions. They don't pay attention to detail. They don't know how to give feedback to other people without it turning into conflict. Do you know what you're going to hear a lot of? You're going to hear a lot of what I would call social, emotional, and ethical problems. You know what you don't hear a lot of? I'm firing this person for an inability to do the job for which they were hired, which means I hire you to organize these computer files and you don't know how to do that on the computer. Well, if you don't know how to organize files on a computer, guess what I can do? I can send you to a workshop. If you're 50 years old and you don't know how to do Microsoft Excel, guess what I can do? Send you to a workshop. Can you learn Microsoft Excel? Yes. Might it be easy? Maybe not, but can you do it? Yes. When our kids are in our classroom and they're much younger, we need to be focusing on lifelong skills that are going to help them be successful long after they've left our classroom. Well, if we want to do that, then we need permission to work on social, emotional, and ethical development. Why? Because that's what they're going to need long after they leave the classroom. If we want them to be successful outside of the classroom, then we have to look at the hopes and dreams that parents want for their children. When kids are young, we need to feel comfortable understanding that early childhood kids need support in terms of social skills, interacting with others. Emotional development, handling their emotional state in a healthy way. Ethical development, doing the right thing even when no one's around. Because if they have support socially, emotionally, and ethically, guess what's going to happen? Cognition's going to get there.